Good morning, everyone. Look, there's been a lot of talk lately about the build-up of military in the hotels in the Gold Coast and Brisbane. Obviously, the military involved in the abhorrent actions in our Indigenous communities up north in, well, Northern Territory, Queensland, and evidently in the Pilbara of WA, so basically all of Northern Australia. The question is, you know, this military, is it Australian ADF or is it foreign military, like the say for example the UN? And that has been the question. There's been a lot of talk circulating that it's not actually the ADF. There's evidence to suggest that that's probably true. We don't know 100% sure whether it's a combination of both. Maybe there's a rogue element within the ADF. I don't know. I guess this will all start coming out as these events unfold. Look, the other concerning or interesting thing, if you want to put it that way, is the sighting of UN armoured troop carriers, or armoured vehicles, if you like, in various places around Australia. If you aren't aware of this, or you haven't seen that footage, here it is. So, should we be concerned about that? Well, that last bit of footage captured there was taken at I think it was taken on the 15th of November, I think thereabouts. I've forgotten the exact date. It's taken at a facility across the road from Damascus Barracks here in Brisbane, near the airport. And the facility is owned by a company called Thales. Now, Thales is a French company. The research I've done, it's from what I can gather, it's around 25% owned by the French government, 25% owned by a French corporation called the Dassault Aviation, which is it's owned by a wealthy family company, Dassault, the Dassault family. And one of the other interesting shareholders is also an institutional investor called Vanguard, which many of you might recognise as an institutional investor used by many of the global elite around the world, which is interesting enough itself. They're also involved in the production of digital identification. But anyhow, moving right along, this company is contracted to the Australian government, I suppose, to manufacture the vehicles for the Australian military. One of those being the Bushmaster, which is an Australian designed troop carrier armoured vehicle. And also they've been contracted to build for various other countries around the world too, but I haven't seen anywhere that they're contracted or got an agreement to build these vehicles for the UN. And on the surface of things, that's what they do. They build these things. It's quite feasible that they could be building them for the UN and shipping them out. But I did some investigation last night using a tool called near maps, and what I found was a really disturbing trend. Just take a look at this. Okay, so this is near maps. Now I'm currently going to start at the date here, Thursday, September the 17th, 2020. So sort of 2/3 of the way through last year. Now, as you can see, we're looking at at Brisbane. There's the Brisbane airport there, Brisbane River, Brisbane City over here. Now I'm going to zoom in to this facility. Zooming in. Okay. Now over here, where my pointer is that's the domestic barracks. Now it in itself always has, at any point in time, has numerous military vehicles like armoured trucks and all sorts of things. As you can see, they're all lined up there. So nothing unusual there. You're always expecting to see military sort of equipment there. But I want to focus in on this Thales facility, which was where that video was taken and that UN vehicle was spotted. And there's some really interesting things unfolding when you work through the timeline. Now, the video that was taken, obviously he started off over here in the domestic barracks and he walked across, and from what I can understand, piecing the video together, he's walked up the track here and there's some sort of gate there, or here probably, and he's filmed through to here, and that's where the camera picked up the UN truck. Now, let's take note of the date. The date is Thursday, September the 17th, 2020. Now, UN vehicles are white. As you can see, there is no white Bushmaster vehicles there whatsoever. Okay? Now let's click forward to the next time snap. Next time this satellite image was taken, and it's Sunday, November 29th, 2020. Now, as you can see, no vehicles there that indicate any relationship to the UN at all. All standard, what you'd expect Australian military vehicles to look like in the camo colours. Oh, hang on, I've zoomed in, didn't mean to zoom in. Go back to where we were. Let's move forward to the next date stamp. Thursday, March 25th, 2021. Again, no evidence there that I can see of any UN vehicles. All seem to be standard military colouring. Next date stamp. Saturday, May 15th, 2021. This is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. Now there are what I consider probably two vehicles here that you could possibly consider UN vehicles. In fact, I'd almost be certain there's one, two. In fact, if we zoom up, sometimes the map rendering takes a little bit of time. 1, 2. I think this one definitely is. That one there, not sure. That might just be a part of the building. So just say 1. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next timestamp. Thursday, June the 10th, 2021. That there I would consider to be a UN vehicle. So, okay, still only 1. Let's move forward again to another date stamp. Next time this image was taken was July 22nd, 2021. Holy mackerel. There's a bit of a change here, people. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 what I would identify as UN Bushmaster troop carriers, or armoured vehicles, whatever you like to call them. Maybe my terminology is not quite correct. Next date stamp. Thursday, August 26, 2021. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 vehicles. 9 what I would consider UN vehicles. Next date stamp, Wednesday, October 6, 2021. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 vehicles. Alright guys, get ready for the big one. This is the latest timestamp. Dated, oh no, it's not the latest one, sorry. There's one more after this. Sunday, October 24th, 2021. Take a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 white, what I would consider UN Bushmaster troop carriers. Okay, this will be the last timestamp, people. This is the latest one. Saturday, November 21. Let's count this, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, at least 30 white, I would say UN vehicles. Let's just maybe zoom in. If you want to get a little bit more clarification here. Not sure how clear the image is going to get, but I think it's pretty clear what they are, people. I don't think there's any doubt about that. That video combined with this, these images here pretty much confirm what's going on there. The question is, and has to be, why this quite substantial build-up from a presence of 0 UN vehicles back in late last year and into early this year, and then all of a sudden we're up to 30 of these vehicles, and we don't know where else they are. They could be getting shipped out to other places as well. So just because there's 30 in this yard doesn't mean they haven't produced many more and they are located in other facilities. Bit freaky, guys. Should we be concerned at that? Well, guys, considering that it started off at 0 and that last screenshot, which was only, what are we at, the 26th today, that was like six days ago, the count was up at 30 of those vehicles. Look, I don't know. I don't think it's unreasonable to be somewhat concerned about that, considering what's happening elsewhere around this country. So, look, keep it in mind, people. Spread the word about this. Spread the word. We've got to spread the word about everything that's going on. Let's wake as many people as we possibly can up to really put pressure to... This has really got to be flipped. When we say flip, not just you know, the government back off and we go back to some sort of what we used to think is normality, because that we can never return to that sort of normal now. We've either got to push forward to something better, or you know, unfortunately we've got to accept this new slavery that's being pushed on us. And we got a choice to make, and all we can do is what is ours to do. That's what we got to do. Do what is ours to do. Be strong, be resilient, be courageous, draw on each other as community. But get this word out, people. Get this word out. Have a good day. Cheers.